Hi guys, so today I'm replacing the alternator on my 1999 Ford Ranger, and this is the alternator, and seems like it has been replaced before. But anyways, the first thing we gotta find out is how we're gonna remove the belt from top of it. So I know we can remove this and get it out of the way, and as you can see, the belt kind of like goes on top of the this is your compressor. So the first thing I'm going to do is to remove this pipe, and all I had to do was loosen this up and loosen this up, and I can pull this out of the way and remove this sensor connector, and I can just get this out of the way, and that's pretty much it to get it out. Okay, so what I did was I got rid of the pipe coming from the throttle body, and just by pulling onto it. And another thing I did was I pulled up the connectors. I just had to pry it with like a flat-headed screwdriver and pull these out. And also what I did was I unscrewed the bolt right here. This is a single wire coming in, and lifted that as well. Now you can of course do that later on too, but if you do that right now, it makes your life much more easier, because now all you have to do is just unscrew these 3 bolts and wiggle this out, put the new one in, and bolt it. And of course, before we do that, we have to get rid of this belt. Okay, so here's how my belt pattern is, and draw yourself a little figure. Okay, so that's where you put your 15mm socket right there, and just press on it, and as soon as you press on it, you can release the tension. So once the tension is released, you can put after replacing the alternator, you can put that back, and you can see I put everything back to normal. But basically I just left the belt the way it was, and all I did was press release the tension on the belt, and just put it back on there the same way I took it off. And very easy to replace the alternator. You just remove the other one. You really don't have to remove this pipe. A lot of people in the video show that this pipe needs to be removed. This is a radiator pipe. It's a lot of work for you to go through and remove this pipe to lower the radiator coolant and all that stuff. Really don't need to. I mean, I didn't have to do that. I just pushed back, and this thing just comes right out. So this is my new radiator. Put the wires back on the back side, everything the way it was, and simple as that, guys. Very easy task. And just put this back on. Just make sure you connect the vacuum hose and the connector back on, and you're all good to go. I mean, literally, it's a very easy task to do. It did not take me that long. So this is where the mega fuse is, and that sometimes goes bad. So before you change the alternator, make sure you check that fuse, make sure that fuse is good, and if that fuse is good, then your alternator is bad. So